Well, hi there, I'm Fenwa.
I'm Lobs.
I'm Demo Weasel.
And you keep what you kill. Welcome back to Vin Diesel's Wheelman for the PlayStation 3. And here's a taxi.
Keeping it wheel, man.
So, this is it. We are finished with those terrible side missions, and we are actually making a decisive choice about whether we go after the Romanians, the Los Lantos, or the Chulos Carnales.
Okay.
So, let me stop you right there. Do you have an
Okay.
actual choice, or must you do all three of them?
You choose one.
Oh.
And the game changes very slightly as a result, which we'll be going into in this video and the next video.
I envision this as sort of like the Just Cause 2 finale.
Yes, except there's more missions after this.
Oh.
I'm just thinking, like, quick Milo, go get those Romanians.
That's right. Also, I apologize that this video is 40 minutes long. I originally had a different plan when I was segmenting these videos out about the way this video and the next one would be paced. I decided to scrap that idea in favor of the one you're going to end up seeing. So, that being said, it's 40 minutes long. I'm sorry. So
Let's find out how much of a horrible mistake this is.
Oh, it's a terrible mistake. We're playing Wheelman.
Well, if anything, I've learned that people will sit through a lot of boring things, so...
That's right. If you've made it this far, you have sat through longer Wheelman than 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Total. So, we have chosen that we are taking out the Romanians.
I understand now.
But I was, like, thinking specifically, like, if you're watching Chilicon Comrades, there's a chance you're, there's a chance your super great friend aware, and he's playing something fucking boring right now.
Yeah, but you know what? It's fun to watch him do it. I'm not going to throw shade at super great friend.
I was just thinking
it's
about
not
like
his fault.
the amount of spicy content to regular content ratio in just your average Twitch streamer, even like the most professional ones. Like we were watching an American Truck Simulator stream from Giant Bomb the other day,
Right.
where the conversation naturally was basically just, "Hey, what bit or what films were these actors in? Let's try and connect Robin Williams with Bill Murray."
Yeah, basically the kind of conversations that you would have in an actual car during an actual road trip.
Yeah, essentially. And for whatever reason, that has thousands of viewers, so...
So I want to point out something about this mission, which is that this one, and if you choose to go after the Chulos Canarlas or the Los Lantos, even though these gangs all have their own hideouts with their own hideout interiors, that some cutscenes take place in, we never actually go inside anywhere, because this is Wheelman, and the entire game takes place on the city streets. So instead they've just, they've taken these city streets and they've kind of done to it what happens in, Sonic 2006?
I ain't played that game.
Where it's just sort of like, this part of the city is war-torn now, I guess. With, like, exploding barrels and rubble on the streets and broken down cars, because I guess when the gang found out we were coming for them, they decided to go up and do this to the few city blocks surrounding their hideout.
I suppose part of that
put their big
involves
flags.
That's right.
just putting up this giant R in Gothic font.
R is for radical. Oh, that guy didn't stand a chance.
No.
Also, I'm pretty sure that every time you said that 1/3 gang's name in these videos, it's always been different.
Yeah, that's probably the case. Are you talking about the Chulos Canales?
Yeah, that's the, 8th different one that you called.
I have it written down here in a notepad document, and I still screw it up.
Oh, okay.
It's written on the palm of my hand.
The Churros
And I keep
Canales.
squinting at it.
Yes.
I am tired of these jokes about my giant hand.
Hey, Frankie, have you played Wolfenstein 2?
I haven't, but I want to.
You should consider it. It's very
And then
good.
you'll understand why we
considering it.
brought that up during this conversation.
I very much want to. I'm not one of those people that is like, it's only 10 hours for a $60 game. Ugh.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
made
just-
this...
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Okay, well, it's just that, currently I am saving my money for some other things.
Okay.
So I made the mistake of picking up the shotgun, which is not a good long-range weapon. In fact, it's only really good if you are, within spitting distance of the person you're shooting.
Oh, man.
I want to say that in this video and in the videos that got cut, I died at least once because I was using the shotgun and had to scrap that video.
I was gonna say, can you have the rest of the video with Milo moving forward in that like dumb little crouch walk that he was doing?
Well, that's what happens when you're shooting and not driving. Vin Diesel only has 2
You have to
modes.
use your legs.
That's right. You have to do this run where your torso doesn't really bob at all, but the camera does, so it's okay.
Look, Milo, just pretend that the floor is pedals.
That's right.
Am construit totul bucată sub bucată. N-am de gând să pierd totul.
I appreciate that the back of Milo's jacket designates him as the alpha that he truly is. Like, that's the true sign of an alpha.
It's having the word alpha on your t-shirt.
Just, letting everybody know in as ostentatious a way as possible.
That's right, I'm a type A.
Type A for asshole.
Yeah, that's right.
They also set up all these nice little roadblocks for you.
Yeah, I guess the cops are I don't know what role the cops are playing in this mission, but I guess they're there too to set up roadblocks while we take out this gang.
They're
in an
crime
armored vehicle.
stoppers.
The cops
That's right.
are window dressing. You're in the canal system.
This is just like that famous movie Aliens.
I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm guessing that the Romanian leader is in this fan. Does anyone remember the name of the Romanian leader? That's fantastic.
His
I remember
name's
only one
Roman.
one named character in this video game.
Is it Adrian?
No, it's Milo.
Okay.
Oh no. The way that body collapsed.
Yeah. And of course we have infinitely spawning cars, and it takes me a moment to notice that the actual car that I'm supposed to be chasing took a different path because I was literally sandwiched between 2 other vehicles going the wrong direction.
The fact that you're being, or that like you're being shot by hundreds and hundreds of bullets,
Yes.
just so frequently, like it makes everything else or everything that could possibly happen to your car just completely worthless. No
yeah.
impact whatsoever.
That is correct.
Oh no, his wheels.
Whoa. Oh, you should have taken him by the arm and pulled him into your own car.
So like you just shot out that guy's wheels, but what impact does they have?
Yeah, well, like all of our wheels are shot out. Nothing matters. Take one for the
Came
team.
right in. Hey, I'm pretty sure that was Stryker from Mortal Kombat.
Special cameo appearance.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey,
it's
but
like when
it's a
they,
midway game. They can get
yeah,
away
it's
with
like when
that.
they used to put like Raiden and Sub-Zero and stuff in NFL Blitz.
Okay.
Yep, I managed to find another of the exact same model of car.
Airjacking will never
you
not be
managed to-
ridiculous.
Yeah, you managed to find the exact same model car.
There we
However,
go.
Yes.
I mean, it turns out Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in the Rampage movie and not Vin Diesel.
That's right.
Oh, that movie's gonna suck.
Yep. Okay, and so now we go. Now that I guess we just killed Radu, even though we didn't even see him in that cutscene. And now we have to go to church.
Milo, los canallas are here. They have us surrounded.
Where are you?
At the church. Come quickly. They've got many men. They are...
I was starting to think that like Mortal Kombat is the best video game movie that is like trying to be as close to the video game as possible. And Mario Brothers is the best video game movie that's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Every other video game movie is like so fucking boring.
Street Fighter.
That one I actually haven't watched, so.
Okay.
DOA, Dead or Alive.
Yeah,
No.
like video game movies are generally really good when they like attempt to be ridiculous in an overtly bombastic way.
You know
Or
what-
at least you end up with like a movie that's bad good, like the Timothy Olyphant Hitman movie.
I ain't watching that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
that one's bad good.
I don't know, Finwell.
I would not say that it's a movie I kind of liked.
You know what movie was fucking boring? Max
What?
Payne.
Oh,
I was gonna say Silent Hill.
That movie is not. That
That movie
movie
is visually very impressive, but that is not a good movie.
The fucking 3D one's worse.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
no like Silent
Silent
Hill
Hill
Revelation
Origins or
3D. I would say that's worth watching. I would say that like verges into bad good territory.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I think we killed him.
All right,
No.
we made it to church.
Omarada Shinderu.
The church is on fire.
So now we're fighting the Chulos
Why?
at the church. Because after we took out the Romanians, the Chulos realized that while we were out doing that, they could run in on Javier and Lumi, who are the two people that we care about in this game.
Are they who?
The two people that aren't us, that aren't bad people, that aren't the guy that we're working for, and aren't Adrian.
I
Listen, there's like 10 people in this game.
yeah, and I don't know any of them.
This web of deceit is just too complex for us.
Yeah. Assassino.
Really? That's
That's how Spanish people talk.
That's right.
yeah, without passion. Also, these rockin' guitars.
Hey, you know what's a really good game that attempts to do this?
What?
Chili Con Carnage for PSP.
I was thinking about that game the other day.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, that game's never been re-released on anything.
No, I mean, it in itself was technically kind of a re-release.
Oh yeah, that's because Total Overdose was the PS2 game, right?
Yes, and also was not nearly as good. It did not embrace its ridiculousness.
We won't be getting out of here. No, Vivo.
We should get some more video games we can play as Mexican people.
Yeah. Enjoy Red Dead Redemption multiplayer.
Nope.
Oh,
I do not play multiplayer online games.
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'll play that game, but it's a shame. It's they could have
Yeah.
chosen a not white guy.
Oh,
I mean,
it sure is happening.
that is the case with a lot of games, but
Yep.
I don't know. Is there like actual like sales data that like video games starring like non-white people as the main protagonists like sell less?
I imagine that it's.
I imagine that it's more so that the data doesn't exist because no one makes them.
Also, I would call this more of like a focus testing issue.
Maybe. I'm wondering, like, if specifically, like, because I'm thinking about like games like Prey and stuff. Prey's awesome. Prey's so good, but
Yeah.
like nobody's fucking like played it apparently. And like, I mean, it's the main character's ethnicity doesn't really like play into the like story or anything. It's not like a major part of how they identify or anything. But it's it's a nice change. Besides, being fucking
A character that
Another-
is designed to be voiced by Nolan North or Troy Baker.
yeah. But I'm just imagining like this focus group when they're presented with a video game that has a non-white character and some guy just raises his hand. Could he be white?
That's right.
Milo's going down. Gonna pay for screwing those chulos.
Or the alternative is, can we make them more Asian?
Oh no.
Which I've heard happens a lot with like novels and stuff. It's like we don't understand why you made this character this ethnicity when they just act like a normal person.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Michael Bay school of when to put people who aren't white in your movies.
When
We
they
watched
need to be
we watched
exploded.
Transformers 5 recently. It's not good.
Why? Stop! That's the reason they keep making these fucking movies.
Let me tell you this thing called morbid curiosity.
No.
That's right. We're playing
It
Wheelman.
exists. Yes, that's right.
That's like looking at a bear trap and going, I wonder how much this will hurt. Ah, no.
We're over here! Help us!
Alas! I left some for you, Milo!
They blew that door open and he
Ah,
popped
this
in.
purple fellow.
That's right,
coming
you
directly
remember
at
him.
us.
Hell no.
Milo, I know now only trust family. The blood is thicker. Today, you burn for what you did to Che. Quémanos. Quémanos todos.
Okay.
Blood is thicker than water, but not thicker than maple syrup.
That's right. So you remember Savo, purple guy?
Nope.
He's the leader of the Chulos Carneas, and we have to take him out.
The churros carnitas,
That's right.
That
the
is
carne
disgusting.
asadas.
Oh,
the carne asadas.
okay, that's better.
You die here. Today. Now.
So you can tell which one's Stavo because his health meter goes down when we shoot him.
And he's got a face next to his health bar.
And he can
Takes
take
slightly
more
more damage
bullets.
than everybody else.
Yeah, that's right.
So that was incredibly unceremonious, but we just killed the leader of the Chulos.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
that's-
that is, I think, that's something that happens in like every open world game where you have to kill like a main bad guy. Is like,
Yeah.
they just usually just die unceremoniously. You get
We
the
did not
mission
get a
complete
cutscene
thing.
for his death or for the death of the Romanian guy that we killed.
No, like you just get like a mission complete thing.
Which I guess means since we took them both out, that I guess now the Los Lantos run Barcelona? Sure.
Are you gonna kill them too?
No. We have important things to do. Like
Like what?
continue on with this video.
Ugh.
I do like when in open world crime games like these, they go to great pains to make it clear that the villains are just as fragile as everybody else.
Yes.
I'm thinking of Saints Row the Third, where you don't fight Philippe Lauren, where instead he's just killed in the cutscene in like this ultimately anticlimactic, but also really over intense. I don't know what the precise word is that I'm looking for, but
What about
That's the guy from Saints Row
Call of
3,
Duty
right?
games where you shoot your way through everybody else, and then when you finally get up to the big bad, you quick time event him to death? GoldenEye did that too, if you recall.
I forgot about GoldenEye.
You killed Trevelyan with a quick time event.
Call of Duty.
Get into the protected area
Got him. He's in a sports car driving on Gran Via de los Corts Catalanes. Looks like he's in heavy traffic.
and floor it. We can't let this guy get to Sagrada.
oh, you should floor it for once.
Alright, so you remember back when we had to deal with the... Do you remember back when we were hunting after the MacGuffin, the nuclear football or whatever? We're doing that again now that we've dispatched the gangs.
Oh, who had it?
No one had it. This political person has it, so we need to get it
What?
from him. I don't
Which political
remember.
person?
The guy that we have to go to the political rally to see. Look,
We'll have to change everything. We'll...
Nothing's getting changed because he'll never get there.
You're confident in him.
Always. Driving.
What?
we need to get the briefcase before he does,
No.
because he's going to sell it to a buyer, and we have to get it back to our FBI guy or CIA or whatever.
I don't know what's going on in this game.
You remember the part where we weren't fighting the three gangs and we had like that FBI guy telling us what to do, and he's like, "You do the important stuff, and I'll stay behind the scenes."
No.
Okay.
You don't remember
I
that?
actually do remember that.
Okay, well that's what's happening now.
You're asking me to remember the plot of Wheelman.
I can
That's
understand
fair.
why you can't remember, considering so much of
also
this game
the-
just smudges together.
Yeah.
And how much of it has been padding recently, and how long it has been since we actually dealt with the thing that is not dealing with the three gangs, as we've been doing for the last, 4 or 5 videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
But here's the story.
Here, take this earpiece. I'll be able to talk to you without anyone listening in.
Good. Javier and I will watch you on the city's CCTV cameras when we can. Get up to the buyer's car.
I like how it's still giving you gameplay hints this late.
Yes.
This game is that complex. What poster is that? Libertad?
It's whatever the political rally is.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what that says.
Again, I think it's Libertad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just backwards.
Oh, because it looked like it said TAT 73.
Because it's backwards. Because they're all backwards.
Tata 3 bitch.
Yeah, TAT 3.
I was thinking about talking about how this game is like indistinct from itself. I was thinking about
By the way, we're listening to the American radio station.
Oh.
I see. I was thinking about other open world games and how they have like touchstones that you can think about, or that you can that you immediately visualize when you think about the game. Like I'm thinking of in Grand Theft Auto 3, the street that you start on, that leads up to Luigi's place. I'm thinking of the Ocean View Hotel in Vice City or Grove Street in San Andreas.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's also like the Saints Row Church. But like I'm just trying to think of what this game's equivalent of that is, and I don't know if it has one.
A home for your main character.
Oh, this guy, we do not have like a base of operations, no, not at all.
Oh, but I'm referring to just like something that you immediately visualize when you think about this game. Just an iconic location.
He must have seen you! Catch him before he gets away!
There's that big mall area with like the big arc or whatever.
Well, I mean, that's if a game is based on a real like world location, like this is in Barcelona or whatever, you can't say like a fucking landmark in Barcelona is endemic of, or is it's like the part of this game's like, oh yeah, that part in Wheelman.
Yeah.
I love that part in Assassin's Creed Unity where you climb the Eiffel Tower. It's really just like, it makes me think of Assassin's Creed whenever I look at it.
Yeah,
I see.
It's like you go to France and it's like, oh, it's that thing from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's like somebody whose entire life is only dictated by video games and that's all they know.
Yeah.
They go, oh look, it's the Statue of Happiness, but it's holding some tablets instead of a cup of coffee or whatever.
Mortal Kombat.
Root beer tapper.
Yeah. It's like Howard and Nestor, except in real life.
It's almost time. Please, don't screw this up. Be careful, Milo. Head for the marked entrance. Just drive like a normal...
I do really enjoy that final Howard and Nestor comic that was never printed in Nintendo Power.
There was a final Howard and Nestor?
Oh yeah, you never saw it? It's a final comic, and Howard calls Nestor a little shit.
Oh.
And it's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
For what it's worth, on my first playthrough, that car was completely smash-free when I got to the rally, but this was not my first playthrough.
I believe you. Your credibility remains intact for me. Don't worry.
It's possible that I was just very frustrated. But it's okay, because I had to reload a save here, and so now the car is pristine.
Yay. Drive cautiously. Not suspicious at all.
Once you've got the guy, just get him back here quickly. No problem, right? Easy, Milo. Take it slow. The buyer will come to you.
Yeah. Imagine if a cop is watching this. Like
this car moving super slow.
This car moving super slow, jerking around all over the place. Ah, that guy's animation started.
Mm-hmm. He spawned in.
Eso fue fácil. El idiota más y blanco tenía ni idea. Vale. Salgamos de aquí.
Ooh,
I like how there's
rally?
ostensibly a political rally happening here, but we never go inside and there's no other people.
Yeah, I was thinking, what is going on here?
You hear over a loudspeaker something happening inside.
We're just gonna put the crowds in later, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think that the only mission in this game that takes place indoors is that bull ring mission. Where you have to do the loop-to-loop and then do a 900 or whatever.
Yes.
Hey, watch it! Where is trouble? The police found us! We still could be fine, but... Watch out, Billy! Chasing us! Hurry, Milo! You'll have to jump to us! We can't stop!
This is all this noise.
That's right.
It seems like the action in this game, it would... thinking in terms of a 2008 audience, I think this game came out in. It seems like it would do well for, depicted in screenshots or in videos less than 1 minute in length.
Yeah.
Which
look how many cars are shooting at our car right now. Oh,
Like a million. Whoa, whoa.
we couldn't animate that one.
Good job. It's up to you, Javier, now. You got to lose the police before we can swap to the other.
It's like, it reminds me of things that they would show on that G4 TV show, Cinematech.
That's right.
Remember when G4 TV had an adult, like an Adult Swim type evening block?
Do you remember when Tech TV got bought by Comcast and they renamed it G4 Tech TV and then just silently phased out the tech part and started playing cheaters?
Yeah, and then
And like Thunderbirds.
they fired all of the people.
Yep.
Now they're dead.
Yay!
Yes, finally. Rest in peace.
Rip in
Goodbye,
peace,
Tommy Tallarico.
The police are gonna get such a surprise.
Alright, so we can't kill cops, but we can drive next to things.
Okay.
Oh, whoa!
They're alive, it's okay.
What was that for?
Sorry, I forgot to mention the full extent of my plan.
See, we drive past these things, and these things blow up, and that causes the cop cars to become distracted. That is the plan.
Whoa! Kaboom!
It slows them down.
Not bad, Javier. Not bad at all.
And another one down.
Look at all this destruction that we're causing.
This is utterly ridiculous.
How, like,
Come on.
we are narrowly dodging these things,
Whoa,
and they're blowing up
that's-
cop
that
cars.
Like
guy's
how
fucking
elaborate
dead.
this plan is.
It's okay.
How is that cop not fucking dead?
They don't like me much now. I had the cars all set up for us to swap to. They're in an underground car park. I'll put the location.
I demand an explanation.
No. So, this was not, as I mentioned, this was not my first run of this. A very interesting glitch happened on my first playthrough. Right now, we have to evade the police before we can actually make it to the main objective. Something happened where I was still being chased by the cops. But I guess the flag had tripped on the game that made the dialogue think that I had evaded the cops. So I'm driving around in circles here, which, by the way, like, it's hard to evade the cops when you're actually near where the objective is because there aren't really any side streets, and you need to duck into side streets to evade the police. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm driving around basically in this circle, while on a loop, the two characters in the truck are chastising me for wasting time and not going to the objective, which I can't go to yet because I'm still being chased by cops.
Oh.
And they infinitely
And this was
respawn.
about 3 or 5 minutes of listening to the same dialogue of them bitching at me for not just going to the main objective. It's like, anytime you like, Milo.
When
Like,
we
you
get
can't
into
just
the
drive around all
fireworks
day,
factory.
Milo. Get to the objective already. And meanwhile, I'm dealing with this.
I don't think the police will give up.
Sometimes I wonder whether or not, like, some publishers treat bugs in video games, like, whether they prioritize them, depending on how late in the game they are.
Oh, no doubt. They figured nobody would get this far.
Yeah. Ubisoft didn't care.
Anyway,
Listen,
the great
Ubisoft
news is that
game,
since
right?
we're still being chased by the police and we're near the objective, now we just have 3 or 4 lines of dialogue with the characters telling us to lose the cops. So enjoy hearing that a bunch.
I'm willing to bet that Ubisoft's QA is as good as like the company they're working with for a game.
Yeah.
So like I'm willing to bet that Mario and Rabbids has like nothing in terms of like stupid shit that could break the game, whereas any other Ubisoft thing, it's gonna have some breakage.
Yep. So this ends up being the way to actually lose these guys. Just find a place where they can't go, and then hope they don't spawn like within your radius.
Well, that's a good question. What open world game has the most annoying way to get rid of cops?
I
we
like
go.
the sad Keanu in your backseat.
That's right. Well, the best one is definitely the whatever it's called in Saints Row 2.
Forgive and forget.
Yes, that one's great because it's a drive-through. Like, it's not even like a pain spray where you have to stop and get in. And it's certainly not like the pain sprays in Grand Theft Auto 4, where if the cops see you drive in, it doesn't count.
It acknowledges the contract between the player and the developer in this weird way, where
Yeah.
like you're playing this to either go through a story or to play cops and robbers, and
Yep.
just by going through Forgive and Forget, you are signaling to the game, "Hey, I don't want to play cops and robbers anymore. I want to do something else."
Yeah.
That is ours now.
What? Do you think?
Hand it to me. Now!
Wow, a setup. Who knew?
Yep, we have the Romanians again, I guess?
Where the hell is Milo? Do not waste bullets
God.
on these
Whoa.
idiotas.
No
That guy
need.
shifted.
I got plenty.
Well,
Oh no.
everybody reacts to him instead of shooting him.
Yeah, I like how even the gas tank reacted quickly.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, this is so exciting. I can hardly contain how excited I am.
Imagine going this far in the game and reacting to this cutscene like, "Oh my god, he's got a gun!"
And I'm sorry, I misspoke. We are in Romanian territory, but that was the Los Lantos that were fighting us.
You injured?
Okay.
Okay, I mean,
Alright.
I think.
Nothing
We
is
have the
all right
R.
until we get
Yeah,
that
but the
case.
R is for Saints Row.
the R is for relapse. I like how there were 3 cars there.
Yep. What different colored cars too. After them.
Well, I mean, that was part of the plan. Who's them?
them.
You have to catch that van. Javier and I will be waiting. That's our van.
Those guys over
They
there.
stole our van with the briefcase in it.
The giant ants? Because that's the only them I know of.
Yes, them.
When we are in place.
So the way this mission works is that van is going to arbitrarily go faster than us until the point where we will arbitrarily go slightly faster than it.
Oh, one of these
Oh,
missions.
why?
Because right now we have to wait while it goes on
Oh.
a set path and we follow it.
I think the problem is that even more so than other open world games I've seen, this game has like 0 mission variety.
Yeah.
Like people give Grand Theft Auto shit a lot for, you just do the same shit over and over again. But I feel like at least that has the boon of having different locations to do your shit in, like like the part in Grand Theft Auto 5 when you're like in the boonies and whatnot, in the mountains. That feels very different from when you're doing the shit in Los Santos.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it kind of feels like you're doing the same thing all the time in all the same places.
Yeah, we kind of only have a very limited set of verbs with which we interact with the world, namely, drive somewhere and airjack something, and then drive back to where you came from.
This game would benefit so much for, if it had countryside that you could just, cruise through.
Yeah.
And, hills that you can leap over in your magnificent car.
Yeah, because, I mean, even though Just Cause 3 feels, very samey with a lot of where you go, and just because it's, they have, the places in Saints Row 3, Just Cause 3 feel samey because they're supposed to be, these populated, collectible spots, basically. Because that's all the cities in Just Cause 3 are.
Yeah, I feel like the reason there's no helicopters in this game is because they would just, be a stark reminder of how flat and dull the world is.
Yeah. I bet you that, because we've brought it up a few times before, but Driver San Francisco, I bet, even if you do all the same shit that you're doing in Wheelman right now, it's probably a lot more interesting just because San Francisco is a more interesting map to drive in.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you're basically, it's just flat everywhere.
Yes.
I don't recall seeing, a single sort of thing, hill
Yeah, there's
that
nothing.
wasn't
There's
a
nothing
ramp.
resembling a Lombard Street.
No.
Come on, Milo. Do what you do best.
The fact that there are 3 different areas of this map, and then you unlock the different areas over time, and I couldn't tell you which area of the map we're in right now, whether we're in the west side, the south side, or the north side.
This is not over. Not until I say it is.
That's right.
I'm glad he opened the door to fall out of the car when he died. I assume that if your car blows up or you die, you start all the way back.
Yes.
Hmm.
And even though we have fully caught up with the car at this point, we still cannot do what we have to do because the car has not gotten to where the car needs to go for us to be able to take it down.
So, like, I forget, do you have rocket launchers in this game? Do you have grenade launchers?
No.
What? No? Really? I could have sworn there was at least
No.
one grenade launcher.
We've never used something that caused something to explode.
So you
Are
can't-
there grenades, just like regular?
There are
there's
exploding
not-
barrels.
In like
So-
in a,
Damn it.
I think like one of the key mechanics in any game with cars in it, any like crime game with cars in it, rather, is that they explode like that. Hey,
Yeah.
you should be able to trigger that instantly.
Yeah. You should be able to shoot that car, like, as soon as it starts if you have, like, a rocket launcher and win the mission. I succeeded
No,
in winning the mission.
we can't chase this. We can't take the car down because the car has to get to where Javier and Lumi are. We can't do this on our own.
But I thought they were driving alongside with you.
Are there different weapons that he can switch between?
We have 2 weapons on us, but in the car you can only use the pistol.
In the car, you can like even when the people around you are using
Whoa.
like submachine guns.
Yes, we can only use the pistol only when we're doing this.
Oh my god!
That guy was running real fast when you knocked him out of the car.
Also, the reason why the cursor jumps around like that is every time you score a hit on the spinning icon, the cursor jumps into a different direction, so you can't just mash on it. You have to actively like re-aim, which is why I usually just go for the soft targets instead.
That guy's looking in the wrong way.
It feels to me like this game, like it's padded so much. Like there's, its design suffers from this notion of, I don't know, deterring rentals. I don't know why they would make the game like this.
Would you buy
Yeah.
a Wheelman?
I mean,
That's
I was
why
into,
they had to make it deter rentals.
Get that son of a bitch to follow you. Lead him to the Museo Nacional. We'll be waiting.
I was into open world games like this back in the era. I'm like, I can see a circumstance in which I would have purchased this, but like, if I did, then I would have felt ripped off after a certain point, just by how
Right.
samey everything is.
I mean, I forget, because we've been bringing up a lot of B-tier open world games.
So you'll notice that the car is behind us now because now it's following us.
Okay.
It's very important that the car follows us to that green X.
We've mentioned a lot of B-tier open world games, and one of them was the Saboteur, and I forget if you played that one, Lobst.
I played a little bit of it. Let's see. I didn't get very far.
Be careful, I don't want the package destroyed.
Alright, we made it.
Okay.
We made it to a cutscene. Despite the fact that we ourselves have taken down armored vehicles multiple times in this game, we need their help to do it this time.
No, por favor, no.
Fenway, do you plan on making a theater mode of this? I think you should.
Probably not. Okay.
Oh, I see. Well,
I mean, there's not a
it's up
lot
to
of
you.
cutscene, but I'll do what I can, I guess.
Okay,
Play all the scenes in reverse and see if anyone notices.
That's right.
Go, go, go. Cuidado, Lumi.
Oh no.
Ah,
I like how the bullet thing was still in the air there. It's still there! Yeah!
I'm glad that made it in.
Me too. So long, Juan.
Yes,
it's Keanu,
shouldn't have
clearly.
been here. Nunca pudo separar los negocios del placer.
Oh, I thought he was pulling out a gun to shoot him some more. Now he's really dead. Just leave him.
Alright, and that was it. That's the long video.
That's how
I'm-
human beings walk.
Alright.
I'm stopping this recording.